There's a lot of things you want to feed when you go out in the wild, and you see, you know, bear, deer. You know, you shouldn't be feeding bears for one, unless, you know, you're at a public park where they say, yeah, it's okay to feed the bear, but generally they say don't feed the bears because they don't want the animals to become desensitized and say, hey, you know, go up by the people, you know, you're supposed to be afraid of people, you know, is the way they want it. This guy, well, he was being a wise ass and thought, well, I'm just going to feed the gators. So he's out there flopping the fish around, and the gator, big old gator, come up and bit him right through the wrist and took his hand. And let's make the insult to injury, as they say. They fined the son of a bitch about $1,000. So he lost his hand and he lost $1,000. This guy, if he was, I'm surprised he wasn't out in the water with the goddamn gator, holding the fish down. This guy, he was about one step away from a Darwin Award. Seriously, he was 5 fingers away from a Darwin Award. So, just
he was trying to shoplift his Darwin Award.
That'd be doing it. That'd be the way to do it. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, it sucks to be this guy. The headline sounds funny, like they charged him with feeding his own hand to the alligator, but evidently he took a family out on a swamp boat and was hanging a fish over the side of the boat, I guess to attract the gator, so the family can see one. But they got to see a lot more than they paid for.
Oh, so. Yeah. Daddy, was your hand missing?
A hand is a life-threatening situation. You can bleed out from that.
Oh, absolutely, you're right. You are absolutely right. That it's not funny, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, they're like, well, what were you doing? Driving my swamp boat, and you lost your hand. Yeah, and they turned to the family like, what was he doing? They were like, oh, he was hanging a fish over the side so we could see an alligator. Like, oh, you were feeding him. You dumbass.
What a dumbass. You know, you got it right. You know, I would, if he had just been, you know, had his hand out on the side of the boat, you know, kind of as they're kind of going along, putting his hand in the water, you know, and then the gator came out and snapped it off.
The cool water in his fingers.
Yeah. Hey, then, you know, then fine. Then I would have said, you know, hey, it's an accident. But he was out looking for gator. He's out. Gonna get myself a gator. Come here there, Swampy. Come here, Swampy. You know, these people.
Because the alligator attacked him, they had to go kill the gator and get his hand back, which they couldn't use because it was so badly mangled.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Gators. These are reptiles from the Croatian area or Croatian age.
Period.
Yeah, Croatia's age, and they've been around a long time. They smell fresh meat. They go, that looks good, yeah. So, it's don't fuck with the gators. You know, don't fuck with the gators unless you you know they're like tied up and bound and gagged like you would your prom date. I'm just totally kidding.
A gator once told me that Hans from Wisconsin tastes the best.
Prom dates do you have?
Not many more.
I guess not. Holy shit.
Totally kidding on that. Totally kidding. I'm just totally kidding. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Okay, Crystal, your thoughts?
No. I don't know. He's giving an airboat tour. He's trying to make the alligator jump so this family can have a great experience of seeing this happen. And the damn thing was 9 foot long.
Yes.
You know, it's sad. I'm glad that he didn't die from this, which he easily could have done.
You're right.
And if nothing else comes from just the mere rule, maybe it'll keep anybody else from getting hurt or hopefully not being so stupid.
Yeah.
I hate that he had to pay that kind of price for just not thinking something out very well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a high price, but at least he didn't lose his life. He if he had died, probably the story wouldn't be quite as funny, but then he would win the Darwin Award then. People don't fuck with gators. You know, I don't need to lose a hand to know not to fuck with a gator. I mean, really? Come on now. Todd, your thoughts?
In the tradition of Gandalf the Great, Next time, why doesn't he just stick his head into the alligator's mouth and spare us his stupidity? But no, that's too much. But you know, wildlife, body parts, two things that just don't go together.
Yes.
He learned a very difficult lesson in a very difficult manner. It should have been a very easy lesson.
Yes.
In a very easy manner. So let's hope that the good that comes from this is that other people see this and kind of dawns on them.
Yeah.
You know, keep your hands and feet inside the boat at all times.
Absolutely. They say, yeah, no, the sign says, your legs and feet, your hands and feet, anything you stick out of the boat might become gator chow. Fucking listen to that sign. It's that simple. It really is that simple.